Great evening, everybody. All right. First, I want to go through some announcements. So you guys may have seen the post yesterday, the email. You may have not. So in 3 weeks, on October 5th, we are starting the Lean for Halloween. I hope you guys liked that video. It was a fun thing to put together. I'm getting better at my videos, right? And so the purpose. So it's from October 5th to October 30th. It's a 20 something day challenge, 4 weeks worth. It's 4 weeks, and and so right now, so the key, if you plan on doing it, uh, sign up this week. Because so what we started doing, because we care about you guys and we want you to have amazing time and save money, because you are a member, because you pay the monthly to stay with us and get these amazing videos, and constantly just get motivation through us and all of our newest stuff and everything. We we're going to release each challenge to you guys a week early so you could get at a discounted rate. So if you get it this week, it's only $27. And so what it is you get, it's like our regular challenges. There's going to be special workouts that you could do, or have a coach that will motivate you. If you want someone to customize your macros for you, that's going to be extra. But unless you already have that, of course. Um, and then and the main thing is you're going to get money. The whole theme behind it is we're going to break your fears, do things that scare you each day. So by the end of it, it's going to get you better results. A lot of times people, for example, like weighing yourself. Like a lot of people are scared of weighing themselves. So we're going to give you points for weighing yourself each day. Taking a before picture. You don't have to post it anywhere. But like just taking it and sending it to the person who's helping you out for the next 20 something days. You'll get points for that. And so many things like that. And I'm excited about it because it's the little things that people, it's like, I forgot. It's like a great story behind this. And this isn't even what I'm talking about tonight. So hold tight. And if you're watching, comment down below. Let me know that you're with me, please. So I'm not lonely just talking to myself into a screen. Um, Thank you. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, like, I'm terrible at giving this analogy because I only heard it once. But it was, like, for example, a lot of times the best, like, one thing I'm really good at, so I'll toot my horn, toot toot, is like if I hire a coach, if I see someone who's more successful than me and they tell me to do something, I just do it. Like I just do it. Like I leave out. So this is what. Okay, I just remember. So I leave out all the skepticism out, right? What hurts a lot of people's results is being skeptic of everything. Like weigh yourself every day. Why do I need to weigh myself every day? I heard I don't need to weigh myself every day. That doesn't work. It's blah 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 blah, right? And actually, I might have just got a text. That's cool. Um, Sorry, that was the design for the Lean for Halloween shirt. Um, and and yeah, so like if you're skeptic about everything, you're not going to reach your full potential because you're always gonna question it. Like when my coach or whatever told me to weigh myself every day, like in the back of my mind, I was like, I've been telling my people, like, I heard it's not good to weigh myself every day, but I did it anyways. When my coach said I could eat whatever I want, I was like, in back of my mind, I was skeptical. I was like, there's no way I could do that, but I did it anyways. And I just made sure I tracked my food. He said, track all your food. I was like, am I going to have to do this the rest of my life? But I did it anyways. And that's what you have to do. And that's the whole purpose of this whole thing of being scared. We're going to make you do things that you might not understand why, but there's a reason behind it that's going to elevate your results. Great example of this, and then I'll actually go into what I was going to talk about today. But maybe I'll just talk about this. Is like the Karate Kid. How many of you guys watched the Karate Kid? Comment down below if you watched Karate Kid, or you're watching the new, what is it called, Cobra Kai or something. And so when Daniel-san came to Mr. Miyagi and said, hey, teach me how to fight. And he said, okay, Daniel-san, I will teach you how to fight. And so he said, go over there and wash my car. wax on, wax off, wash the car. And he's like, okay, I finished washing your car. Thank you. Okay, now go over there and paint the fence. And he painted the fence, right? Going up and down. And then, so Daniel's son had no idea on why he was doing this. He thought it was pointless. He thought all of this stuff, right? And so he came to Mr. Miyagi and said, like, why am I doing this? I came here. You told me you're going to show me how to fight. And so far, I'm just doing all the work for you. And then so what Mr. Miyagi did is he threw a punch at Danielson. And what did he do? He washed the car. He waxed on. And he threw another one and he waxed off. And he was blocking his punches because of what he taught him. And then what did he do next? He tried to kick him. And then Danielson painted the fence and knocked it. And then blocked it again. And that's what like everything is. So if we have you do something and you're like, if it makes you uncomfortable or if it makes you just question it, it's okay to question it, but do it anyways. Because there is a rhyme and a reason for every little step we do is for a greater purpose. And it's so like you can't understand this concept until you complete this one, right? Does that make sense? And so that's what I have to say about that. Like if you're worried about things we might ask you to do with the Lean for Halloween and breaking your fears, good. You should be scared. But just know it's going to get you out of your comfort zone, which is scary, and it's going to elevate your results, which is what you came to us for. And so what I was even talking about. So right now, this week only, it's $27. Next week, we're going to announce it to the public and let everyone, other people join it for $49. All right. So right now until Monday, it's $27. I promise you, if you wait till Monday, you're going to pay the higher price. And I don't want you to pay it, which is why we're constantly telling you, if you're going to join now. It's $27. Next week is going to be $49. And then, what was I going to say? Yeah. Oh yeah. And when you do sign up, you're going to see like things don't try to log in anywhere because there's nothing to see yet, which is why, like, you guys know it'll be done everything will be done by Monday. But we just so like, you're not like, hey, I don't see anything. So you don't start freaking out. It'll be done by Monday, which will still give you 2 weeks to see everything before it even starts. So you're going to be okay. I promise you. All right. So that was a teaching within the teaching about Danielson and Mr. Miyagi. And so what I wanted to talk about tonight is becoming a new person. This is the underlying factor between those who get results and those who don't. And those who get semi-good results and those who just completely transform. And I want you to go through this completely transformation because that's what you came for. And a lot of times people get halfway and just get comfortable again, and then they slowly start creeping back, right? They'll get our coaching for a month and be like, oh, thank you, you taught me so much, I'm good now. I'm like, no, you're not even close to being good. Myself, I've been a trainer for over 8 years. I've been in a fitness professional for over 10 years. And I got a coach 10 months ago, and I still have a coach, and I'll probably have this coach the rest of my life because I know how important it is, right? So for someone who's not in the fitness industry to get help for 3 or 4 weeks and then think they're good, it's mind-blowing. Like, I've never been able to learn something. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just not as smart as most people. But kudos if you could learn that quick. All right. So right now, I'm going through this book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself: How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. And I feel like I need a dictionary when I read it all. But it's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I'm currently going through the quantum physics of the mind. And it's really neat. So I wanted to read 1 page worth. It's not even a whole page. I'll read quick. and then just kind of break it down. So if you don't understand it, it's okay. I'm going to give some real life examples from my personal life and from what I've seen to help you understand it. And so the main thing I want you to get out of, and again, right here, it says to find it a useful model to think. Oh, I find it. Sorry, I can't even read. I find it a useful model to think of thoughts as the electrical charge in the quantum field. Stay with me. And feelings as the magnetic charge in the field. So before this, to kind of pre-cap it, is he's talking about like everything is energy and all of this stuff. And our thoughts is what causes our emotions, what causes our actions, which doing an action enough time causes our habits, and that's who we are. Okay? And so what he's saying is like our thoughts are the electrical charge. So when we think something, at that moment, that's all it is. It's just pure thoughts. But then when we put the feelings behind it, that charges those thoughts to who we are and how we behave. Right? I thought that was pretty cool, which goes into this. So I posted this on my Instagram and Facebook today. So if you saw that, just to recap. So this is the title. It says, to experience change, observe a new routine with a new mind. So this is how you kind of change your thoughts and how you transform who you are. Quite simply, our routine, known thoughts and feelings perpetuate the same state of being, which creates the same behaviors and creates the same reality. So I'm going to break this up because I had to read it a few times. But again, I'm not as smart as most of you guys. So again, quite simply, our routine, known thoughts and feelings perpetuate the same state of being. So our routine is kind of who we are, which creates the same behaviors and creates the same reality. So what happens is a lot of times people want to lose weight. People want to change who they are. People want X. But they stick with their same routine, but in their mind they want something else. But because they have the same routine, they're going to keep doing the same behaviors and have the same reality, which is the same outcome over and over and over again. Just because you want something doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have to change everything else. So if we want to change some aspect of our reality, so if we want to change like our weight, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our responses to experiences. We have to become someone else. We have to create a new state of mind. We need to observe a new outcome with that new mind. All right, a lot to unpack there. So if we want to change some aspect of reality, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our responses to experiences. That one is huge right there. How can you have different responses to experiences? An easy one right now is stepping on the scale every single day. How many of you step on the scale and get emotion, like a bad emotion, if every time you step on it, like you get a bad feeling, like you get discouraged, or like you have a bad mindset about stepping on the scale? Why? Right? So you need to change how you feel about that to get a different outcome from it. Right? Instead, again, I used to be the same way. I used to not think we're supposed to step on the scale that much. But what I've learned is stepping on the scale every single day teaches me so much about my body. And now doing it for 10 months straight every single day, like there's zero, I won't say zero emotion because I'm still human. There's like I don't get, like if the weight goes up, I don't get mad at myself for the weight going up. I think about, like, if I feel like I did everything right and I hit my numbers and all that stuff, I go back and I think about, like, what did I eat? Did I eat something different? Did I eat later? How is my sleep patterns? Am I stressed right now? Like it's a whole different type of mindset when I see a number scale move away it's not supposed to move, instead of just sad and sending my coach crying emojis and all that stuff, right? So you have to have a different response to experiences. We have to become someone else, which I'll talk about a lot. And we have to create a new state of mind. All right. And then down below, last part. Yeah, I won't read the whole page. To change your life is to change your energy. To change your life is to change your energy. To make an elemental change in your mind and emotions. If you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. All right? If you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent your new self. And this is the key point to any transformation is you have to, some of you may have to forgive yourself of who you've been in the past. That way you could finally let that person go and step into this new role, step into this new person of who you want to become or who you are now. And I know I had to do this so many times. So pretty much every phase in your life, you're going to have to do this because you're going to grow. You're going to burn your old self, and that's going to get you to one point in your life. And then to get every time you reach a new point in your life, there's going to be more to go for every single time. Where you think success is right now, like you might be thinking like, I want to lose 20 pounds. And that's your sole focus. And so you become that new person and you let go of your old person and you lose that 20 pounds. But then there's going to be a new result that you're going for. And I'm just using health and fitness results and goals as an example, but it could be anything. It could be the biggest one is like your career and who you are as a person, right? If you want to reach this level, once you reach it, that's not the end. Like you might think that's the end right now, but once you get there, like there's more to life, and you're gonna see. Once you go a distance, you could then see further, and then you get there, and then you could see further of who you want to be, of who you need to become. And so you're gonna have to constantly reevaluate who you are, who you want to become, and burn that self. And this was me. This is exactly why I stayed the same for so long, is because I was the same person. I wanted results, but I did not change who I was, which I didn't change my habits, and my reality stayed the same. I kept daydreaming of who I wanted to become and all this stuff, but because I didn't change anything else about me, the reality stayed the same. And that's when it gets extremely frustrating, because in our minds, we're working towards this new person. We're putting in the effort. We're doing the basics, right? We're going through the motions, but nothing else is changing around us. And we get frustrated and we just don't know why. But the whole reason is exactly what it says here is our routine, known thoughts and feelings perpetuate the same state of being, which creates the same behaviors and creates the same reality. So again, for those of you who are brand new or don't know too much about my backstory, which is not a big deal. It's about you. It's about your backstory. I just know, hopefully when I tell this story, like a lot of people could relate to it. So for 5 years, at age 20, I mean, it was longer than 5 years, but at age 20 is kind of when I mentally told myself, all right, I want to get abs. I want to get fit. Like I want to look amazing, all this stuff. And for 5 years straight, from age 20 to 25, I worked out 5-6 days a week. I ate as clean as I thought I could eat. I made a lot of sacrifices. And when I woke up 5 years later, my body did not change one bit. It looked the exact same. Now, of course, there's other benefits from working out, which is like just health, posture. I felt good. I got stronger, all of those things. But seeing myself after 5 years, it hurt. It hurt bad. And I was so mad because I was like, I put in so much work and in my mind, I got no results. And I know a lot of people feel that same way. A lot of people are still in our program working out all the time, but not seeing the results they want. They think they're eating healthy. I say think. um, but they're not doing it with the intention that they need to do, or there's something limiting them because they're still their old self. So at age 25, I had that decision to make. One, give up, because I put in the work for 5 years. I tried. I could have blamed it on my genetics. I could have blamed it on anything, really. Like, I had a good excuse to just give up and not try anymore, right? I put in 5 years of work. Or I could figure it out. Luckily, I figured it out. And and what I ended up having to do was burn my old self. I had to get rid of who I was and become this new state of being. And so what I did, and I remember, I don't know where I learned this from at age 25, or must have heard it somewhere. But I remember thinking, I was like, okay, who's the person I want to become? And I was just like, dude, at the time, I just kept thinking of people like on the fitness magazines. I want to have ripped abs. I want to look good, like all that stuff. I want to be healthy. I want to be this guy. So I would find pictures on the internet, magazines, whatever, and look at the person who I want to become. And so I said, all right, so if I want to become this guy, who do I need to become now? And who do I need to stop being? And so what I told myself was like, all right, in my mind, I have abs. So that's step one, is stop talking future, talk present to yourself. So if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, don't say I want to lose 50 pounds, say I lost 50 pounds, or I have lost 50 pounds. Like, talk about it in the present. So like, okay, I have abs, I look great, all this stuff, right? It's like, okay, so now that I have this, what actions does this person take? Like, who is this person? If I have abs, am I going to go out on Taco Tuesday and drink tonight with my friends? No. Okay, so I don't do that. Okay, so if I have abs, does this person fill in the blank, right? And that's what I did to become my new self. I was like, all right, who do I need to become? And I became that person. But first, what I had to do is burn who I was and forget who I was. And who was the person? This was a person who was known as a party guy. I went out all the time and partied and drank and did stuff that I don't do anymore. um, and it was hard. And I want to say I did it like overnight, but it's the only reason I was able to do it, like flip a switch and get really good results quick, is because I failed for 5 years. And I was just so sick and tired of being that guy and not being who I wanted to become. So it was just such a deep pain that I was able to make that switch. For some of you, and for most people, the reason why we don't change is because you're not in enough pain. And that's usually what it is. People change for one or two reasons, either inspiration or desperation. I was in desperate mode. Like, I needed to change just for myself. I was 25 years old, going nowhere in life, partying with my friends. Like, what am I going to do? Right? And so I was in a desperate state of change, and that's why I was able to change. And so if you're not in pain enough and you feel like you need the pain, like, find ways to make it painful for yourself, like, or be inspired and change for that reason. So my question to you guys is, what do you need to change about yourself? What do you need to stop doing? Because that is step one. You can't just add new attributes to your life without getting rid of old attributes. You can't add new habits without getting rid of old habits. It's like your cup is already full of water. You can't just keep pouring more water into it. You have to pour out water. You have to pour out your bad habits to put in the new habits that you want to become. And so, where do you want to go? What life do you want to create? Who do you want to be? And be it. So much easier said than done. And that is what part of our Lean for Halloween challenge is to help you get through those fears, those basic fears of things you were probably holding off to. Like weighing your food, weighing yourself, taking pictures, expressing to your friends on what you want and why you want it. and become that person you want to become. All right. So that is today's teaching. Hopefully you guys saw it valuable. What I would like you guys to do, if you listen to this, one, comment down below, say you listen, but then two, what I want you to do is tell me some old habits that you're going to get rid of. Don't tell me the new habits that you want to create, but I want you to let me know what habits are you getting rid of, and then as a family, as our membership family, we could help you get through that. And I'll make sure I see it and comment on it for you, and we'll have a wonderful day. All right, guys, happy Tuesday. Have a wonderful night.